Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the first of two main events this evening. This is the TCW Women's World Championship. Introducing first, from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Scooter! This is actually going to be Scooter's second title opportunity for the Women's World Championship. She faced Vople Rosa many months ago and was unsuccessful. But now she has an opportunity tonight. And Scooter not intimidated by the cell at all. Or I should say the chamber. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Kiss This Kitty! Kiss This Kitty wants to become Women's World Champion, but more importantly, I should say, wants to settle the score with Vople Rosa, who interfered in one of her matches weeks ago after losing the title. Kiss This Kitty. Her momentum has slowed as she enters the chamber. Scooter stretching out, staying loose. Is that her pop? From London, England, Queen Helena. The first of her plans was unsuccessful earlier tonight. But the goal still remains for her to become the Women's World Champion. Queen, cocky as she makes her way to the ring. Without any fear or stopping to look at the structure, the Queen enters the chamber and very confident surveys the landscape. Kitty staying loose in her chamber pod we saw for a second. From Florence, Italy, she is the assassin, Vople Rosa. The former Women's World Champion, who has several enemies in the chamber tonight, but one goal remains: assassinate and reclaim what was taken. She set a record 511-day title reign. And she looks to add on to her cumulative total as champion. But 5 other women stand in her way. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, she is the reigning TCW Women's World Champion, Jill I fucked that up. With horror in mind, Jill makes her way to the ring. The killer clown surveys the landscape that will be her title defense in the chamber. And our cameras, once again, can't seem to capture our titles properly inside the chamber. Don't know why that is. From the fairgrounds. Now residing in the enchanted forest. Lilith the Elf. An uphill battle for the first two competitors that start the Elimination Chamber. Lilith the Elf, with confidence, marches her way to the ring to lay claim to the Women's World Championship tonight. But 5 other women, one being the reigning champion, will have something to say about it. Lilith looking at the landscape of the 4 women in the chamber pods and the champion that awaits her for when the bell rings. There's the bell, and Jill goes right to work with a backbreaker and stretches the elf across her knee. And a clubbing blow as Lilith was writhing in pain. But Lilith, with no time to waste, with a fireman's carry and a big right hand. Oh, and bringing Jill's head down hard onto the mat. Irish whip. Back body drop. Lilith drops an elbow on top of the cranium and now makes her way onto the second rope. Comes down hard, but Jill rolls out of the way. And here comes the 10 count for the first pod. Irish whip. Back elbow takes down Lilith. Who's gonna join the match first? And here comes the Queen. You can see the look of disappointment that she's coming out this early. Axe handle smashed by Jill. Takes down Lilith. The Queen's got her sights set on the champion. Oh, but gets taken down by a shoulder block. The champion battling back. Big right hand. Lilith, though, fighting back. Snap suplex. The Queen got caught hard in the temple, it looked like. Oh, Luthez press and raining down right hands on the elf. The Queen now takes the killer clown to the outside. Changes her mind as the 10 count starts. Fireman's carry takedown on the Queen by Lilith. And here comes Kiss This Kitty. And Jill, showing off her power, hits a power bomb on the Queen. Lilith the Elf, Northern Light suplex on Kiss This Kitty into a cover. 1 count. Right off the bat, Kiss This Kitty found herself in danger. Lilith working the arm of Kiss This Kitty as the Queen takes it to the champion on the outside. Show of power by Lilith. Working the left arm of Kiss This Kitty. Crossbody misses by the Queen. Knife edge chop though, and a shot to the throat. Arm breaker. Lilith really working on Kitty's left arm here. Will it be Scooter or the assassin that joins the fray? And here comes Scooter. Drop kick takes down Jill. And Scooter taking it to Jill on the outside. As Kiss This Kitty reverses. Lilith with a handful of hair. Scooter with a diving splash on the champion. Off with her head. Off with her head. The Queen hit off with her head on Kiss This Kitty. And I'm tongue-tied all night. Jill thrown hard onto the inside of the ring. Drop kick by Queen Helena, and Lilith goes for the cover. The Queen taken down after being spun around by Scooter. And in 10 seconds, the assassin's going to join the match. DDT onto the Queen. Elbow drop by Scooter on the Queen. And here comes the assassin. Vople Rosa. Looking at the landscape, goes to the second rope. Oh, and last chancery on the outside. 450 by Vople. And Kiss This Kitty taps before she could ever get her hands on Vople Rosa. Jill kicks out after 2. Gutbuster by the Queen, who escapes the back suplex attempt. Bulldog by the Queen. And Vople hits a double team face buster, gets hit by a double team face buster by Jill and Scooter. The Queen hits a neck breaker on Jill, who falls into a cover. Jill kicks out though. Scooter with an enziguri on the assassin. I don't know why I'm tongue-tied, I apologize. Off with her head on the champion. Vople taking it to Scooter. And the Queen goes for the cover now. Chin breaker. And the champion kicks out. Everyone stopped to see if there would be a new champion tonight. Oh, and a modified go to sleep. The cover. And the champion gets the shoulder up just in time. Vople slides out of the scoop slam attempt. The cover. And the roll up to no avail. Oh. Running leg drop while Vople Rosa's neck was hanging on the middle rope. Scooterplex. Wait, and a roll up on Lilith. Kick out after 1. And a kick out by Vople. Kick out by the Queen. Kick out by Lilith. Kick out by the Queen. Oh my God, and all that time Jill had to recover. Michinoku driver by the assassin. Crucifix takedown on the champion by Lilith. And a mule kick by the assassin Vople Rosa. Luthes pressed by the Queen. Inverted DDT. Back suplex. So much is going on in this match. Scooter takes the champion to the outside. Russian leg sweep by the Queen and the cover on Vople. Hugging plex Into the cover on the champion. Off with her head. And Jill's been eliminated. On the cover on Vople. Scooter took the chamber to the face. Vople kicked out. Oh! And Lilith just rammed Scooter's spine into the chamber wall. Russian leg sweep again by the Queen. Oh! Face buster on the outside. And the cover. Scooter kicked out. Back suplex by Vople Rosa on the Queen. Oh, and I have to go to sleep on Scooter. Kick out by the Queen, though. Vople goes for the cover on Scooter, though. And Scooter's been eliminated. Assassination on Lilith. And the Queen goes for the cover. Lilith kicked out. Chin break, jawbreaker by Vople, but the Queen reverses the scoop slam attempt into an inverted DDT. Queen's landing! Queen's landing on the steel! But Lilith goes for the Queen. Fisherman suplex and the bridge. Kick out after one, though. Lilith now turns her attention to Vople Rosa, putting the boots to the assassin. Kick to the midsection by Vople, though. Oh, an underhook into a gutbuster. Sword breaker. And the Queen goes for the cover. Lilith kicked out again. Assassination on the Queen. And the cover. And the Queen kicked out. Standing moonsault. But Lilith is right there. Who gets a running neck breaker? She got taken down by the Queen. I couldn't tell how because of the chamber pod. It's blocking my view. And a Queen's landing on Lilith the Elf. Into the cover. And Lilith the Elf has been eliminated. We're down to the Queen and the assassin. The Queen on the second rope. Splash connects. Off with her head. She's sizing the assassin up. Vople Rosa's in danger here, but she battles out. Sword breaker. And the assassin, Vople Rosa's pumped up. Oh, but assassination's been reversed. Irish whip into the corner. The Queen, Helena, puts Vople Rosa up in the Tree of Woe and driving her foot into the face. Goes for the cover. Fatigue is setting in. But Rosa kicks out. Vople is still in this. Going for the neck breaker. Thought it was going to be a backslide. Grabs Vople by the hood and tosses her. Helena staying on top of it. Off with her head. Into the cover. And she just kicked out before the count of 3. I'm sorry. My hands were over my mouth in disbelief. Volpe is still in this. But for how much longer? Wait! Queen's Landing reversed! Helena desperately trying to avoid an assassination. Leg drop across the shoulder. And Helena with some trash talk. With a handful of her hood again, driving Volpe's face into the mat. The Queen, dragging Volpe around, goes for the cover, and she's got her feet on the ropes. And the Queen almost stole one. Fireman's carry takedown. Assassination! Volpe goes for the cover. It's over! Volpe regained her lost title! She's the first person in TCW history to become a 2-time champion. The last chancery that eliminated Kiss This Kitty early on. What a matchup! But here's your winner, and once again, the TCW Women's World Champion, Volpe Rosa. And I have no idea why our titles look like shit inside the chamber, but they do.